It's the 4th of July. People are out on boats at the reservoir, but officials say there's ways to have fun while still staying safe. You got down RVs here, flattened. I mean, this thing was sitting up at one point. When those winds came in, it pushed it to the side. And the impact that they left were even nastier, especially in spots that we're seeing, like this one right off Raymond Road next to Copperwell Drive. And that's actually one of the questions that we asked. What exactly will this look like? Will it be classes on campus? Will it be short course? This is where they have recess. This is where the kids come out to play. Today, they went into a lockdown because in front of me off Hillside Drive, a man was shot here. Here's what it looks like now. Abandoned lots with overgrown vegetation. Megan, today, Michael McLeod sat in the courtroom and heard evidence brought against him as to why he's facing 1 count of murder and 6 others of aggravated assault. This was supposed to be a joyful event. Well, it turned into a tragedy. Carlos, as you heard Ross say a little bit earlier, in the past 48 hours here in the Jackson area following this holiday weekend, we've had 4 different homicide instances. By the way, if you are one of those lucky people like me that has to work this morning, you definitely want to be going no more than about 25 miles per hour. You come to some very talkative friends. Y'all just had a whole lot to say. Is there anything? Well, I think that'll just about do it here for me. Live in Jackson, in front of JPD headquarters in downtown Jackson, Bethel Miles, 16 WAPT News. Scott, I'm at Paradise Ranch RV Resort. I gotta hit on 4 things really quickly. I'm gonna test my photographer Morgan's patience. Dangerous conditions here. You got light poles down from the trees that have fallen. Those things are inside lakes. This is a scene out of a movie. Something else going on. You got down RVs here, flattened. I mean, this thing was sitting up at one point. When those winds came in, it pushed it to the side. Now, last and not but least, look at this tree line. These things are ripped. It looks like something out of Wasteland. There have been reports of 3 people dead in this county so far. As we continue to get more information on what's going on out here and what the cleanup efforts will look like, we'll be sure to let you know. For now, I'm Bethel Miles. And this was a first for the 2 Mississippi museums. We're talking 80 people from 27 different countries, all with different stories on how they got to this part. The grit, the hard work, and of course, the test. Now, this comes at a time where the nation seems to be divided on things regarding immigration and deportation, but this room was a real reminder of what becoming American still means. After reading the Oath of Citizenship and hearing some of our national songs, take a listen to what U.S. Judge Daniel P. Jordan III had to say about today's ceremony.
It's a special day for these new Americans, and it takes a long time. It takes years to go through the process. But I've never seen a group of people more in love with America than the new citizens. It's special for them, it's special for me.
Now, among the crowd of new U.S. citizens, there was a woman from Vietnam standing tall in the front rows while her husband quietly attended to their baby from the back room, trying not to be noticed. We'll have that story for you coming up at 6 in downtown Jackson. Bethel Miles, 16 WAPT News.
All right.
Well, what started off as a day of learning shortly became a day of celebration. The news broke that we have a new pope, and me and my photographer Jacob were running through the halls of a local Catholic school. This was a first for us, and this was also a first-time experience for some of my 6th grade friends.
How does that work? Somebody tell me how it works.
Class is in session.
You know how it works for the voting.
At St. Anthony's Catholic School.
They'll take your top 2, and they'll do a runoff between them.
Today, a first experience these 6th graders will never forget.
They know this is my first time to see this process, and they are, I think, pretty excited.
Even for the teachers, this was a new learning experience.
It's interesting because we get to be just as excited and as invested as the kids.
And when history happens, a little running through the halls is welcomed. The symbol of a new pope.
He will get his ring, he'll come out onto the balcony, and he will make his first official announcement, papal blessing to the world. So that's when we will find out who our next pope is.
How long?
We don't know.
For these 6th grade educators, 12 is the lucky number, and learning is a gift that becomes recyclable.
She was 12 when Pope John Paul II was the new pope.
Then when Pope Benedict XVI became Pope, I was 12, and now our students are 12 for the next new
So
Pope.
it's kind of a full circle. So it's neat for us to see their excitement because they're really invested in this.
And with today's new excitement, tomorrow will be another opportunity to learn. The 6th grade class will now be taught the next steps of the Pope's journey. That's all from me, Bethel Miles, 16 WAPT News. I spoke with his family, his coaches, and those who knew him best. And what they shared was more than grief. It was a call to remember him. In Raymond, Mississippi, on cracked concrete, a dream began. And just across the road is where it ended.
I'm not okay. It's my baby. I'm trying.
A tire blowout on an ATV sent Cameron Woodle into a tree on Midway Road. He died on impact.
I'm hurting. But I gotta be strong because I've always raised him to be that way too.
Cameron Woodle, or Superman to some, was 25 years old. He played pro ball in Peru, wore the jerseys of Colin, Tougaloo, and Grambling. But no number meant more than 5. He left behind a family broken, but proud.
As you can see, he was bigger than me. But he never treated me like his little brother.
And a coach who says his player taught him.
A lot of people say, Coach, he really needed you. And when I look back, no, I really needed him.
Cameron played big, but lived even bigger. From his first dribbles to his last breath, just steps apart. A ball, a dream, a legacy, rooted in love. And Cameron, your legacy is already felt here at WAPT. We know what your favorite color is. Cameron's mother says she's looking at funeral arrangements for this Saturday. Tougaloo College and Raymond High School will celebrate Cam's life with events of their own throughout the week.